All right, we're back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. We were talking about the boys basketball interview, and all I know is that I was never less embarrassing to my parents.
Yep.
A couple of times, but anyway, interesting answers if you want to go back and watch it. So Jessica's here, Coxy's here. How was the Christmas and New Year and all that good stuff?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
It was really good.
Could have been white, but, you choose where you live, and you live with the consequences. So maybe we'll get snow
or
in
the
March.
blessings of no snow.
Well,
like
the picture I've had up there of me at one of our transmitter sites, Lana took that picture through the truck window, which was dirty. And she said, I'm going to tell people it was snowing that day, that it looks like snow. And you can kind of look at it, and it kind of looks like...
It does.
Yeah, there's
it might have
flurries.
been
We had
snowing.
flurries the other night.
We did. It was
For a
triggering
minute.
my...
I blinked and I missed it because I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I took a picture because the outdoor camera was getting all creeped out. So, I mean, that's what it was. That's what our snow looked like.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It was like, first it was flakes.
Yeah.
Then it was little ice balls.
Yep.
And then it was gone.
And then it was gone. That's right.
I'm thankful we get some snow. I just wish it came in December instead of whatever, March,
Yeah.
February,
Easter.
May.
Right before the baseball tournament.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. It showed up late, but it showed up.
Yeah.
I was thankful for precipitation, and we were trying to decide because we came back to the chamber. We were closed last week, and we came back yesterday morning to kind of a weird mud puddle by our doors, and we were like, what in the world?
Like inside the doors.
Yeah, and we were like, this is weird. So, but it was dried, so it was almost like something had gotten wet in there, and then the wind blew in all the dirt over it, and it was just kind of like there. Then I remembered this morning that we did have rain, significant rain on New Year's Eve.
Significant? What's your definition
feel like it
of
was
significant?
Well, considering we haven't had rain,
I think I blinked again and I missed it.
it was so good.
I know
you
we
guys
had a
were
little
gone,
bit of moisture.
right? For New Year's Eve, y'all were out of town.
We were here at night. And
Oh no, it was like pouring at the country club,
really?
dumping
At what time?
late.
Are you
I was
sure?
Probably asleep.
I am 100% positive because there was people going outside to the smoke break, and the doors were open, and we were watching it.
Maybe the sprinklers were on.
Got all wet.
Are you
No.
sure there wasn't somebody on the roof just with a hose, just making
Wow,
it?
they were. Well, we couldn't even do fireworks because it was either raining or too windy.
I'm going to go with too windy.
Yeah.
It was too windy at first, but it did rain. I promise you guys.
I don't know.
So
Somebody please comment on Facebook and tell me I'm not lying.
I have trained my daughter, and she did tell me, surprisingly, probably Saturday morning, Mom, there's a pinky's width of rain in the rain gauge.
Okay.
And I was like, haven't I talked to you about lying? She's like, no. So you guys might be onto something.
See?
Well, I do remember there being some puddles around on the streets.
You guys must have already been in bed.
8
Must have
o'clock.
been that
Amen,
late.
brother.
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah,
I
no,
gone.
it was way after that because we counted down over there.
Nope.
So.
No countdown.
You didn't go to the library and count down at noon?
No, but I did at
Ooh,
home.
should've.
It was really fun.
At noon?
Uh-huh. We had New Year's Eve at my house, and we did heart-shaped sparklers, and we had a fondue party.
Ooh.
So we started with homemade fondue
Yum.
cheese with all the things, and then we did, I changed the cheese out for oil, and then we did chicken, beef, and shrimp, and you had to cook it in the oil.
You're fancy.
It was so
Yeah.
much fun. I had all the dippings, and then changed that out, and I did chocolate. We had
Wow.
strawberries and marshmallows and graham crackers and apples and blue cheese. Blue cheese with dark chocolate. So good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We need to have a girls'
Yes.
night, sounds like. Sorry, Jean.
Well, or we could have a demonstration,
Yeah.
cooking demonstration here.
So I learned it from the melting pot. Have y'all been to the melting pot?
I have.
I have not been to the melting pot.
It's a must do once.
Yeah.
It's a good 2-hour dinner, but it's really fun.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
delicious.
Now, do you run the risk of getting trapped in a gondola?
No.
You saw that, didn't you?
No.
Did anybody see that?
No.
Where?
The ones up there at Sandia Crest in Albuquerque?
Oh,
go with that.
Do you remember
tram.
The tram?
Yeah, the tram. They it was the end of the day, and it was the crew, the workers, And I think the security guy was going up and the rest of the crew was coming down, and they got to a certain point and it froze.
Mm-hmm.
And they were stuck there all night and into the next day, and helicopters had to rescue them. And
Would this like last week?
yeah.
I was going to go last week, remember? And I even was looking at tickets and had every intention of going, but it was on the 28th and it was too windy, so they closed it.
Yeah.
But what?
Yeah. So I don't think it was restaurant customers. I think it was mostly restaurant workers. There may have been one or two customers.
They were like closing down and coming last one of the day.
Yeah,
wow.
last trip down for the day, for the night. And then they were stuck there, and they had, some snacks and some thermal blankets and stuff. But they
some diapers. How's that work?
Right?
That was our question, is that, do you just like open the door and...
I would have.
I'm not that talented.
I'd have been like, hold my hands.
No, sorry, you're in the splash zone, I'm sure.
You let out all the heat,
Give me a cup. Ew, and then you just like dump it out, I guess, and hope and pray that you don't have to go number 2.
But I mean, everybody's fine. They did a helicopter rescue.
Maybe if they had all tinkled on the cable, it would have thawed out.
Well, that's a good thought.
Real life experience, y'all.
But maybe it was
right.
The freezing was up cable.
That's true.
That would have not helped out.
Yeah, it was snowy up there. Whenever I was there Tuesday and came back Wednesday, when we got into town, it was snowing just right at the top. We woke up the next morning and it was all clear.
Yeah.
So it was just, you could see the line. My sister lives right at the foothills, so it was really pretty. And then there was a cloud stuck on there on Wednesday, and we were on our way back too. But
well, it happened on a holiday weekend, so there wasn't much in the way of coverage, except on the Daily Mail. What is it about the Daily Mail? They seem to have better coverage of U.S. news than U.S. news sites. But, I mean, we hear about all the murders in Albuquerque. We hear about all the thefts in Albuquerque. We hear about all the crime in Albuquerque. And then we have an actual legitimate story. People trapped in a gondola.
And nothing. Crickets.
It's like I got to go to the British Daily Mail to get the news on that. It's really kind of sad. So, but that would be a little terrifying. I could see people freaking out.
Well, even the helicopter rescue, I'd be scared about.
Yeah, that would be the scariest part.
Because I'm sure it's windy, and so it's probably like swaying this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if they had heat in the gondola the whole time.
Right? Probably not.
Yeah. Well,
probably cold.
Have to check the Daily Mail, see what the wrap up on the story is. But yeah, that happened last week.
Wow.
And it's like, whatever. Didn't involve cops, meth.
Right.
Criminals.
Yeah.
It was just an actual emergency.
Yeah. Just a real thing.
A real thing.
Oh man.
But I'm glad everybody was okay.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder if those guys went back to work the next day. Ooh. I would have driven up the backside to go to work.
Yeah, and you got a 4-hour commute one way.
Now they'll probably be super cautious, and it'll be closed a lot more.
Right.
Because they already shut it down a lot.
Yeah.
Precautionary, and now they're probably going to be hyper precautionary.
Yep, I agree. And then you feel bad for all the people in Colorado up there around Boulder.
What happened in Boulder?
Fires.
They had a fire, grass fire, not a forest fire, whatever, and it blew up, and it blew through 100 homes, shopping centers, buildings, and then it snowed. It snowed after. I mean, if the fire had started later or the snow had happened a little earlier, it might not have been as bad. I saw some video from that, and it's just like driving down, Tramway Boulevard in Albuquerque. All the houses on either side are just smoldering rubble, and so like 100 different homes and stuff like that. Yep. It just kind of swept through. The thing that really bothered me was that they interviewed one guy on the news, and he said, they sent us an email and let us know we needed to evacuate.
An email?
An email.
I hope you check your email.
Yeah, so I'm sure obviously some people did that. I think they're looking for 2.
I don't know that.
There's 2 people missing. So they're very fortunate that it didn't, hurt
Kill
any more people than that. But
wow.
That's just, there's a lot of that stuff that's just kind of going around the world right now. And we're sitting here. The sun is shining, and it's 20 degrees.
Right,
you know?
and then you talk about the record snow in D.C. or whatever it was. Was it last night or the last few days in like Hollywood?
Somewhere where they've got traffic all snarled up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, in Tahoe, I was telling you about Lake Tahoe got 5 feet overnight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
my
that's
gosh.
record. I don't know.
It's a lot,
It's a lot.
whether it's a record or not. Oh, we missed the record by 3 inches. Yeah, but you got 5 feet.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
So what's the most snow you've ever seen? Was it Goliath?
Do drifts count?
Yeah.
Oh,
Goliath?
7 feet.
7-foot
Yeah.
drifts?
Yeah, it was over the top of the cars. It's like we were tunneling
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Was that in New Mexico?
in Stanley, New Mexico,
Okay.
1999-ish. I'm not sure.
You guys going to go visit the Zorro Ranch? Is that what? No.
We live over there. I mean, my family does.
Yeah, it was really bad. I still remember thinking, like, I had just moved back from Denver. So I'm like, guys, this is nothing. It's fine. The plows will be out. Salt will be out. Whatever. Oh, no. No. 2 plows in this whole area could not, save people. So
Yep.
I get out the next morning. We're out of milk for my kiddo. Well, I was at my mom's house in Roswell, and so she lives kind
This
of
is
on
during Goliath?
Goliath, yeah, corner
okay.
of like a pretty major street in Roswell, Mescalero, and I spent hours shoveling her driveway out. Hours. I had to clean off my car because I had parked it outside, and
How far out of Mescalero were you? You could walk to the grocery store.
I probably could have walked faster. Yeah, honestly, we weren't that far. It's not even a mile to
Because there's
Farmers
like an
Country
Allsup's
Market.
out there, and then there's
Yeah, Well, I was planning to go to
Albertsons.
Farmers.
Oh,
on
Mescalero.
Yeah.
I'm thinking South Side.
No.
No, you're on the
Way
north side.
north,
Okay,
yeah.
Farmers Market. Okay.
Yeah, and so I spent all this time.
McGaffey.
And
That's what's in my brain.
Yeah, I needed to clean her driveway out anyway so she could get out. So, it was twofold. I pull my car out, and she's literally on the corner. So I get right here to the stop sign, and I look down, and a block over, there's 2 big old 4x4 trucks, like all catty-wonky in the road, and they had hit each other, like slid into each other. I was like, nope.
Not a good
And I
thing.
pulled back into the driveway and went back inside. I was like, sorry, kid, you'll get milk later. But golly, I was like, man, it's a lot. And my husband now, at the time we weren't married, but he got stuck at his sister's house for 2 days on his way from Roswell to Artesia.
Right.
Couldn't make it.
Yep. No, it was bad.
It was really bad.
24 inches of snow in 24 hours.
Cool.
Well, depends.
Yeah, it was
So
really
cool.
cool.
Places to
It
go. I
was cold.
spent most of the time standing out back shoveling off the dish
Ooh, I
back
bet.
here because we had to keep the dish up and running. Now we have internet backup, so if the dish goes out,
Yeah.
It's okay.
we get everything from the internets.
Yeah, that was nuts. Yeah, it was.
But we didn't have that luxury at that time. I remember past snowstorms. There was one years before that. We were in Roswell with Lana's parents and listening to the radio, and it started going out. I said, well, the dish is covered with snow. Somehow we got to get to Artesia so we can sweep the dish off. And
Wow.
so we headed down the road to sweep the dish off. Now, signal goes out, it just goes over to the internet.
That's awesome.
So technology has updated things.
Technology has helped you not have to drive in the snow to clean off the dish.
That's right. That's right. Hey, let's take a break. News, Eric Butler, and then the Cowboys report. Yeah, they looked really good Sunday. Oh, wait a minute. No, that was the week before. They didn't look very good. And, they moved the game to Saturday night. Yeah.
They did?
They're playing Saturday night instead of Sunday afternoon in Philadelphia in what looks to be a meaningless game now. So, I mean, both teams are in. So it doesn't matter what the Cowboys or the Eagles do. They're both in. So I said to our resident Cowboys fan, I said, well, I wonder if they'll sit all the starters, And he said, Dak needs some practice. So I think Dak's going to play.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. Be back in a moment.
Now,